Hey, what's up you guys, people of the internet, everyone who clicked on this very video. My name is Cass and I just had to rewatch one of my old videos to remember my intro, which is a good metaphor for how bad I'm doing with this YouTube thing. But I do have a new video. I'm just popping in here right now to do a quick intro, and what you will be seeing after the cut is a bookshelf tour. It's a bit of a mess. But it shows all of my lovely books here and on the wall on the other side. So yeah, enjoy watching that, I guess. Goodbye. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do, this is gonna be a mess by the way, because I'm filming this on my phone and it's gonna be moving so much. Anyway, the first thing I'll do is explain kind of my, how I organize it, because I organize each shelf kind of differently. It's a mess, but I understand what's going on. This right here, this bottom shelf on this wall, is my favourites. This shelf, this middle shelf, is my hardcovers. This top shelf on this wall is just other books alphabetically ordered. Yeah, this is not really, this is just by aesthetic. Then on the other wall, on this wall, this is the wall you normally see. That's other books by Rainbow, just with the solid covers pretty much. And this is finished series, and then that's TBR, and that's books that didn't fit anywhere else. That's pretty much the system. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start at this shelf, because we're looking at it anyway. The trinkets that I have here, because I'll just show that per shelf before I go through the books. I have some folded paper cranes in a rainbow. I have this frog that I got for my birthday. I have this, which is a reading jar. I just put a little mini review to every book I read in there. That's a picture of me and one of my best friends. Then there is this puzzle, which is a bit like a Rubik's Cube but different. And there's this plank of wood that I actually broke, by hitting it with my hand when I was in 5th grade, and I lost the other half of it. Then for the books on this, Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, A Thousand Pieces of You by Claudia Gray, Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour, A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard, The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Ewan, Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jake Kristoff, All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater, When Dimple Met Rashid by Chandra Menon, The Jellicoe Road by Melina Marchetta, This Is Where the World Ends, and Falling Into Place, both by Amy Zhang, Paper Towns by John Green, a Dutch copy of The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater, translated as Dodenrit, The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, Since You've Been Gone by Morgan, The Maze Runner by James Dashner, Hex by Thomas Oldenheuvel, The Beginning of Everything by Robin Snyder, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, which is actually the first book I ever read in English, The Improbable Theory of Anna and Zack by Brian Ketcher, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Hilaire Sands, You Know Me Well by Nina LaCour and David Levithan, Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu, The Oversight by Charlie Fletcher, Het Manpath or The Moon Horse by Frederica de Ceska, The Diviners by Libba Bray, Hitman Anders and the Meaning of It All by Jonas Jonassen, Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody, The Dolls by Kiki Sullivan. On this shelf is The Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. So this top shelf has some sketchbooks I'm not going to pull out, they're just very basic. I painted this one a little bit, that's what you can see. Then I'm not going to pull these big ones out either because some of them are really heavy. But we have an illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. We have The Amazing Book Is Not on Fire by Dan Howell and Phil Lester. I almost forgot their names there. We have Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, We have How to Be an Explorer of the World by Carrie Smith. We have this book that is a drawing every day for a year. I don't think that has an author. It does not have an author mentioned. Then this pile is my TBR, which I'm also not going to pull out because they've been there for ages. We got this book, which is Ogen Opent het Verleden by Willem Velleman, which is a Dutch history book, which is not that interesting. I'm probably never going to read it, it's fine. Then we have a Dutch library copy of A Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling called Een Goede Raad. We have a Dutch library cover of Maggie Stiefvater's Shiver, which is called Huiver. We have this book called Mask and Shadows by Oscar Moriel. We have a Nephilim by John and Carol Barrowman, which is the second book in the series, but it doesn't say that anywhere, so I got it. We had The Book of Loss by Judith Chadamus. We have this book by Kuyam Musso called Bericht uit Parijs. I don't think it's originally Dutch. Don't know what the original title is. We have a French copy of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief called Le Voudeur de Foudre. And then we have the bind-up omnibus. Wait, I can't really see that. The bind-up omnibus of A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Of like all the 5 books. This is Dutch editions of The Hunger Games, Catching Fire and Mockingjay. So we have Hongerspelen, Vlammen, we speak Dutch, and Spotguy, all by Suzanne Collins. Then we have the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, which I've just realised is out of order. So this is supposed to be the first book, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Then we have Hollow City and Library of Souls, all by Ransom Riggs. Then we have the Engelfors trilogy by Sarah B. Elfgren and Matt Strandberg, starting with The Circle, Fire, and then The Key. Then we have The Infernal Devices, which is Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess, all by Cassandra Clare. Then, quite randomly, we also have The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. I don't really know what this is doing here, but we're just going to put it back. Last on this shelf we have the Tiny Pretty Things duology. I don't know what it's called. It has Tiny Pretty Thing and Shiny Broken Pieces, both by Sonar Charapoitra and Doniel Clayton. On this shelf, which is the favourite shelf, the only real trinket I have is this candle, which is a pine balsam candle. It smells very good. Okay, so on the first part of this we have a few standalones. The first book we have here is We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach. Then we have Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, Liel and the Oathbeat, and The Upside of Unrequited, all by Becky Albertalli. Then we have History Is All You Left Me, and They Both Die at the End, both by Adam Silvera. Then we have Never Always Sometimes and Let's Get Lost, both by A.D.L. Seth. And we have The Foxglove Court by Nora Sekovic. I also own the second book in this series, The Raven King, but currently a friend of mine is reading it, so it's not on my shelf. This bit we have here is my Victoria Schwab bit. I'm not going to pull them all out because it will be a pain to put them all back. Actually, fuck that, we will do it, but we'll do it from top to bottom. We have Vicious. Then we have the Darker Shade of Magic series, which is A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, A Conjuring of Light. Then the last we have is This Savage Song, Our Dark Duet, the second book in the Monsters of Verity tale. Here's my Maggie Stiefvater books, starting with The Raven Cycle, The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and The Raven King. And then we also have Ballad, the second book in the Gathering of the Fairy series by Maggie Stiefvater. Last but not least on this shelf we have my Rick Riordan books, starting with the Magnus Chase series over here. Magnus Chase in the Sword of Summer, Magnus Chase in the Hammer of Thor, and Magnus Chase with the Ship of the Dead. Next to that we have the Percy Jackson companion books, kind of. Percy Jackson and the Greek Gods and Percy Jackson and the Greek Heroes. The first book in the Trials of Apollo series, they had an oracle. And we have the Percy Jackson series down here, which I'm not going to pull all out. These are just the normal editions. Just the normal covers, they just have the pretty spines to look like New York. We have Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse, the Battle of the Labyrinth, and the Last Olympian. Then up here we have a box set with the first 3 books in Heroes of Olympus series. The Lost Hero, the Son of Neptune, and the Mark of Athena. And then we have the House of Hades. And next over here in a different edition, which still bothers me to this day, since I bought it like 3 years ago, is the Heroes of Olympus and the Blood of Olympus. These are all by Rick Riordan. On this shelf, the hardcover shelf, we have a few more trinkets. We have just prizes I won with horse riding a lot. And then we have this candle, which is scented cinnamon spice. First we'll have here I'll Give You the Sun by Jenny Nelson. Summer Days and Summer Nights by various authors, edited by Stephanie Perkins. The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. Dust Jacket of The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. My sister is currently reading this, which is Wolf by Wolf and Blood for Blood, both by Ryan Grodin. Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. There's 2 books in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Carrie Maniscalco. Stalking Jack the Ripper and Hunting Prince Dracula by The Call by Peter Gillen. And a Pretty Cure Alexis edition of Vicious by V. Schwab. Winged Puppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tucholke. Dear Martin by Nick Stone. A Dutch edition of Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. A hardcover copy of The House of Hades, of which I've lost the dust jacket. This edition of The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, both by Lee Bardugo. On this last shelf of trinkets I have is a postcard that I bought in Montreal. A candle scented firewood. And some of my art journals that I finished. So to begin here, Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Books of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Spellslinger and Shadow Black, both by Sebastian de Castell. Destiny Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohen and David Leviathan. The Ghost of the Buxton Manor by Jonathan L. Ferreira. The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer. Will Grayson by John Green and David Leviathan. The Kite Runner by Colette Husseini. The first 3 books in the Throne of Glass series. Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and Air of Fire, all by Sarah J. Maas. One of Us Is Lying by Karen M. McManus. The first 3 books in the Luna Chronicles. Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress, all by Marissa Meyer. More Than This by Patrick Ness. Captive Prince by C.S. Packett. This Penguins Classics, Telltale Heart, and Some Other Tales by Edgar Allan Poe. A Dutch copy of Riders by Veronica Rossi. I have the first 3 books of the Harry Potter series, the Philosopher's Stone, The Chamber of Secrets, and The Prisoner of Azkaban in Dutch. Harry Potter en de Steen der Wijze, Harry Potter en de Geheime Kamer, and Harry Potter en de Gevangene van Azkaban. I also have the 5th book, The Order of the Phoenix, in Dutch, Harry Potter and the Order van de Phoenix. The 6th book, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, in English hardcover. And I have Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows in English paperback, all by J.K. Rowling. 100% Beverly by Nikki Smith. Just One Damn Thing After Another by Jodie Taylor. Trouble Is a Friend of Mine by Stephanie Tromley. And finally for this shelf I have The Martian and Artemis, both by Andy Weir. Okay, so it's me again. Hi. I'm filming an outro because it felt weird to just end on whatever the fuck the last book. Artemis? Was that the last book? I don't know. It felt weird to end on that. But it also feels kind of weird to film an outro because I don't normally say anything in the outro other than bye, but I guess that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, I hope you have a lovely day, and I will most likely see you again at some point. Goodbye.